Hello everyone and welcome back to New World. Robert Rambles here, and thank you guys so much for joining me today. We are going to pick up right where we left off, so to catch you up to speed on things, we were part of an expedition that was searching for an island, a place with power. We crashed, our ship crashed, our captain died, and what we've learned is that we are in Aeternum, and most people that come to Aeternum turn out to be corrupted or lost. And if you don't end up corrupted or lost, you live forever or until you become corrupted or lost. So that is the situation we're dealing with. There's a lot of corruption rising recently, and we're probably going to learn more about that soon. Let's talk to Grace O'Malley here. We helped her out of her own little shipwreck situation just a little bit ago.
Where have you been hiding? I was afraid I'd have to go back to the beach and search for you. Not that I wanted to stay here, mind you. This hamlet's ready for a bloody wake.
They do seem to have some problems.
Problems? I've raided tombs more lively than this place. I don't plan on hanging around here long, not when the winds are shifting the way they are. It's bad business. Whew, I managed to sell that loot we collected. Never let it be said that Grace O'Malley doesn't pay her debts. Here's your share of the coin. Think you should get to spending it.
What should I spend it on?
There's a trading post here. Not exactly thriving, but you could at least get yourself some new clothes. I'm telling you, this is a friend. You smell like something that washed in with the tide.
I did do exactly that, so that makes sense.
Well, there you go. You can always count on me to tell it to you straight. Get yourself onto the trading post, and if you need to stash anything, there's a storage shed as well. I'll be getting the lay of the land.
Alright, let's go investigate some of these points of interest it wants us to check out. So here's the trading post. Basically functions similar to an auction house. Nothing we really need to do there right now. Let's go check out the storage. And I don't think we really need to stash anything yet. We don't have a lot of supplies. But I guess we are there. I don't really know what we can do with this stuff yet, so let's check out some of the crafting stations. Tannery. We can turn our scraps into coarse leather. Let's go ahead and do all of those. Alright, what else can we do? Can't do anything here. I think leather was what we had most of. Let's go ahead and return to the inn. We can craft some charcoal. I don't see why not.
Even here, civilization is built on a foundation of lies and greed. A flawed structure that shall crumble beneath my might.
See, doesn't spending coin make you feel more alive? Glad one of us got what they needed. I'm gonna have to find some richer places to plunder before I can get myself a boat and get off this damned rock. The real tragedy of Corinth is there's no way a girl can make some quick money around here. That daft town guard treats me like your servant, leaving me messages to give you, and not a single coin for it.
A message? What did he say?
He says your heroics on the shore got the attention of this so-called Speaker of the Winds. Sounds like a right charlatan to me. He's waiting for you in the town hall.
Alright. We do have some points to spend here. Let's dump them into strength.
idea was here first, then the angry earth attacked. What's in the spheres? A weapon? A treasure? The excavation crew should have found out by now. Where have they gone?
What spheres?
Pardon me. I was mostly thinking aloud. Just north of here, there's an ancient tomb with strange spheres around it. We sent a team of antiquarians to investigate, but they have yet to return.
I can go find them.
I would greatly appreciate that. But be cautious. The ancients wielded powers we don't fully yet understand. My team are rigorous note-takers. If you discover any of their journals, please collect them.
Alright.
Best of luck.
A little side quest we can definitely do. I've turned the volume up, both in the recording software and in the game, but some of the dialogue still feels a little quiet, but as you can see, master volume is maxed out. Force softer sounds to play at a higher volume. Maybe we do that a little bit. I want to mute the other musical instruments so that we don't have weirdness happening with that. Yeah, there's really not a lot else I can do to get the sound much louder, so let me know if it still needs to be tweaked. I can probably do some things in my software to bring it up a little bit more.
So, here's the one Watcher Reese lavished such high praise on. A real charge in and hit 'em where it counts kind of fighter. We need more newcomers like you in Windsward. Everyone around here's gone so damn soft. I suppose you've heard about the famine that's beset our lands. A crisis that demands action, not finger-pointing. Some people are claiming this was the work of the sorceress Medea, but that's a load of hogwash.
You don't think this is about the tribute?
Of course not. The damn sorceress doesn't deserve our hard-earned goods. But that was a misunderstanding. We sent the damn tribute. No, I think this curse was brought on by the druids. They were the first to transform into soulless lost.
The druids became lost?
Can you imagine such a tragedy? The very people we trusted to care for our crops became monsters and started this damn plague. Now, entire farms and villages are falling lost. Half of Windsward at this point.
What can I do to help?
Now, that's the spirit. We need fighters, not whiners and naysayers. Just now, Quartermaster Agrawal's headed to the farms to salvage what he can. But he's no warrior. Go and see if you can help.
Alright. Is there anything else in town for us to pick up? Yeah, it looks like we have a couple of quests that we can pick up on the way. Can I put, like, a marker on my map? Yes, I can.
Everyone needs goods, don't they? Sadly, we have none to spare. And it's not just food. Everyone eats, of course, but folks need timber, stone, and leather as well.
This famine is bad, isn't it?
Tell that to the annual tribute. That last collection was a kick in the nethers. Our stores have shriveled up like apples in winter, and it's not exactly safe to go collect more, is it?
What do you need the most?
Timber, cut stone, and leather. After all, folks need homes, clothes, and shoes.
So we need wood,
We have
stone,
a little food left,
and leather.
but could always use more. Honestly, anything you could bring back would help. Except dung. We got dung aplenty.
Alright, and then if we head out in this direction, there's another quest.
When was the last time you truly stood in wonder of the world? There is glory in the morning dew. The sun's kiss on our cheeks is more warm and gentle than any lover's lips.
You seem happy, and you have probably the weirdest posture I've ever seen.
More people around here would be if they glimpsed the glory of wordwood trees. Their beauty is transcendent. If you find someone who is down, take them a wordwood sapling. They contain the sparkle of starlight in their branches.
I'll give it a shot.
They mirror the viewer's intent. If you pause and appreciate them with true wonder, they'll shimmer the lights of heaven back at you. They will hold your intent and reflect it in response so others may feel that same awe in kind.
Feel like she's a little crazy, but it's fine. We have a question in the dark here. In the sober light of day, Zadok is much more tight-lipped. He sent me away with only the vaguest grumblings. Later in the evening, I repeated my stratagem of carousing, but with diminishing returns. Filled to the brim, I stepped outside to pass water. Suddenly, a great ogre of a man accosted me in the alley, backing me up against a wall. His breath reeked of spirits and wormwood. I thought the brute was about to offer me personal violence. Instead, he whispered, "Have you heard her music? Have you seen the Emerald Queen?" Before I could do anything but stammer, the giant lumbered off towards the woods, with a giggle that sounded too childish for his titanic frame. Ichabod Shaw. Okay, so what do we want to do here? Let's head over to 3, and maybe then we circle back for 2. I want to do the side quest stuff before we do the main stuff. Let's go the other way. And while we're out, we can also get some stone. We need rawhide, and we need green wood from chopping down trees. So we can work on some of that as we go. Oh, we don't need any more boulders. That's done. There we go, Greatsword level 2. We need that so we can actually buy an ability. Wouldn't that be nice? Alright, we can go Onslaught, Crosscut, slash 3 times in a quick sequence. First hit 110%, second hit 130%, and third hit, so it builds damage as it hits. Or Defiance, which looks like it's going to be a tanking tree of some kind. We're going to go into Onslaught. Let's grab Crosscut here. And let's start in on that. Okay, so that objective is done. A damp stone floor is sweet respite after a frolic in the woods on a hot summer day. I don't know if we want to investigate these areas before we have any quests to go into them, but I am noticing some like fast travel points. Part of me wants to explore, part of me wants to follow the side questing. Let's follow the side questing for now. You guys let me know if is it worth it to go exploring and check out these objectives that we see on the map? Or are side quest and main quest going to eventually lead us to them? We didn't aim that perfectly well. Ouch. Took a little bit of damage there. Let's go ahead and eat. We did find a note. Not the brightest spark. I can't believe this. We're shipwrecked on the shoreline, barely make our way through those damn walking corpses, only to reach a settlement where we're told that we must listen to some silly locals about how to survive in Aeternum. Bah, don't they know who I am? No matter, we'll show them. We've already got a small camp built within view of the settlement walls. I'll make them see that we can survive without their silly little rules. We found plenty of stone nearby, and I'm certain it is the same kind that Father's huntsman used to start fires in the wild. But we've had no luck so far. He just smacked them together over dry grass and the fire started. There must be some kind of trick to it. Maybe these rocks are defective. It's probably not the rocks, man. It's hard not to want to, like, collect and gather everything. You know? I have no idea if I'm gonna need mining. I feel like I probably want it. I probably want to level up everything. It's kind of what it seems like to me. Alright, so for this one, we're looking for wormwood sprigs, or sprigs even. It looks like we're going to want to be down here. We are quite high up, and I don't know what fall damage is going to be like. Maybe we can jump down here. Ooh, look at this, an iron vein. Very nice. This is me, like, using the chat system in this game for the first time. There we go. I learned how to send a whisper in New World. And you were the one that taught me. I love the sound of, like, hearing other players chopping down trees and mining stuff and doing stuff in the world. That, like, adds to making it feel alive. And I think it's really cool. I'm so glad that we share these in our own little personal loot instance. That's really good. Okay, so that gave us a quest to kind of run around and give things to people back in town and out here. What is this objective? A group of archaeologists have gone missing. Okay, yeah, we need to check that out. Let's head over here. We'll give her the sprig, and then we'll head over to 4. Camping not unlocked yet, so we must not be at the level to be able to make a camp or use a camp.
Oh, where has my zeal gone? I used to be thrilled to tend the crops, to share my food with others, but now it feels empty. Seems like I've seen all there is to see. Done all there is to do.
Don't get lost now. I find zeal in weirdwoods. Have a sprig.
The light in the stem. It looks like it's dancing. Oh, is it responding to my voice? That's cheeky. I couldn't take this from you, but you should keep such a wonder safe. Take this.
Okay. Let's head over to 4. I guess the important thing is just to hit our level threshold, so before we leave the lower level areas, we want to make sure that we have all of our crafting, our gathering at the point where we can gather the new stuff in the coming areas. So we probably don't have to work on it all at once, but maybe if I'm like chopping trees and gathering things here and there, maybe that will keep us where we need to be. There is something really cool about chopping down trees and mining stuff and having it like be cut down and disappear from the world for a while. I really do enjoy that. It obviously adds a lot to immersion. Turkey! Oh! Hi! So we're looking for notes here, and we do have some lost. We can grab a Relentless Rush, dash through foes while spinning, and apply it 20% slow for 4 hits. Okay. Let's do that to check it out. shards like glowing embers. Scattered almost haphazardly throughout this dig site, the crew and I have found these strange reddish-orange crystal shards. Approximately the size of my palm, give or take, they are light but incredibly strong. It is unclear what they may have been used for, but given the tool marks on the edges, these may have been common to the ancients. They could have been decoration on something that has long since been lost to time, or common tools, or have any number of other uses. Alright, misfortune. April 19th. I write this far from the excavation, yet I am alive and must recount what has happened. Rolf and I were the only ones I know who managed to escape. It was near dusk. Rolf had sought me out. One of the guides had gone missing. Not deserted. Of that Rolf was certain. It was something else. His instincts proved true, for as dusk bled out, we heard a distant cry in the woods. Then silence. Then we spotted shapes, hunched, moving against the trees. Rolf became afraid, but to the man's credit, it did not stay his actions, and he pushed me to move. Where there's one, there's at least two others you can't see, he hissed to me, and fighting my hesitation, I left the equipment behind. Cursed Isle, these infernal things seek to drive us from knowledge at every turn. Grenville. Oh, this is Rolf. He turned. He's got like a pet. Well, we put him down. Had some studded gauntlets. Let's go ahead and equip those. They're better than what we have. Excavation Day 15, April 15th. The work goes swiftly. We've carried away the soil from beneath the Great Sphere, revealing the full mark carved upon the stone. Maddie's men labor honest and industrious. They work efficiently, which is well and good, as I'm not certain how far my coin will last. Maddie is more worried about provisions. Food has proven a challenge, as the scouts find they must range further and further from camp for game. This has worried Rolf, though he has not said why. He is often at the perimeter, staring into the woods. More curiously, Maddie claims she has seen such marks before on smaller spheres being sold at the outpost. She said the small spheres were scavenged from hunters near the temple to the east. Rolf frowned at that and said it wasn't in the ground they found the spheres, but in the rib cages of skeletons here, like stone hearts. Maddie looked unsettled by the news, as did her men. I pressed Rolf on this, but he refused to speak further. I must secure one of these spheres. After our work here, perhaps a trip to the temple is in order. Something tells me that most of you guys did not survive whatever happened here. So there's that. April 1st, Rolf's guidance proved true. The man brought us to one of the great spheres and said here we might labor without interruption. He also introduced me to a former quartermaster of the E. Stokes Company, a stern woman by the name of Madeline, who leads a crew of a dozen laborers in need of employment. The Stokes Company came to an unfortunate end when their compound was torched by rivals. She seemed not bitter by the experience, only matter of fact and had no wish to build more walls to be burned down. The sphere is partially buried as the others and requires men to dig, but Maddie assured us her crew would put their backs to it if they knew that what was good for them. And I had the coin to pay them. I assured them I did. The lie tasted sour in my mouth, but I will figure out a means to pay them. The work on the Great Sphere must begin in the meantime. Well, you can't hire a bunch of people if you're not going to be able to pay them. Let's head over here. Finish this one.
I've spelunked caverns of the ancient. Across the sand of brimstone. No answers.
Alright, let's try that again.
I've spelunked caverns of the ancients. Crossed the sands of brimstone by foot. And yet the world is still closed to me. I found no answers. Only more questions.
Let nature be your answer. Have a wormwood sprig.
Anymore. Oh, what odd flora. It appears to be calling out to me. Oh, I've forgotten to be present for nature's beauty. Thank you, kind traveler. Take this as a token of my appreciation. Keep your light shining.
Alright. We could do our fishing quest. We could go back and get some of this stuff turned in. Let's go ahead and recall to the inn. I don't know how often we'll use this. We could go to the stations and make what we need here. Just make everything. Level 10 leatherworking. The other quest we're looking for is somewhere. Let's clear these out first. Woodworking level 5. And stone cutting level 8.
You survived! I was beginning to worry. What did you find?
They all became lost.
I had feared that may have happened. Thank you for your efforts. I'll inform their families. The secrets of Eternal yet elude me. But still, I feel as if we are on the verge of a breakthrough.
Every day is the same. The same walls over and over. The same wars. There is no splendor. I want to feel excited by life again. But everything has lost its color.
There is splendor in flora. Take the sprig.
What is this? It's remarkable. The light in the branches. See how they shimmer. Has the sky always been so gorgeous? I couldn't tend to such a marvel, but perhaps you could. Here, take this pot. Keep it thriving forever.
Hey, look at this. Something approaching an actual stockpile. I haven't seen that in months. Keep up the good work. We have other empty spots where goods should go.
Alright, that is all of the current side quests done. Maybe. What do we have here? Open the town board. Okay, so we have a couple of things we can do in town.
A new face? I haven't seen you around Corinth before. I suppose it falls to me to tell you about our current troubles. Wouldn't want you to go around uninformed. There's trouble with the tribute? I hadn't heard that. I was talking about the lost overrunning the farms.
Oh.
Something happened out there. It's not safe to leave unless you know how to defend yourself.
We know how to fight.
A solid start. But you should also learn how to make weapons. No blade lasts forever. Here's some ore to get you started. Then, you should try to make an iron sword.
Alright, so... a little bit of blacksmithing here. We can make a wood longsword. I'm assuming... we need something else. What do we need first? Definitely not what he told us to make. Maybe we need to smelt. Yeah, iron ingots. Let's do that first. Now we'll go back to the smithing table. What else do we need? We need more iron. Okay, so he gave us a little bit, but it doesn't seem like he gave us enough. So that'll be something that we'll have to work on over time here. Next time we get some iron. Let's come up here. We'll open up the board and see if that's changed at all, what that entails now. Okay, so yeah, we need to spend some points, but search for precision tools at Iron Rose Garrison. Can we just start all of these? Hunt the turkey, acquire potions. We'll just grab some of these for now. Let's go ahead and spend our points. And we'll grab our territory bonus. Okay. There's such an incredible amount of stuff we can do in the game, especially early on, that, you know, you could just decide to focus the main story, but I feel like it's worth it to do some of these side objectives. Oh, that's right, this lady out here.
I see smiles on faces that were once dour because of you. To know that even one person breathes easier because of us is to have succeeded. I hope you remember that whenever you look on the potted saplings. That is true magic. That's exactly right. Gods be damned. To be present for another human being is to share in their divinity. To be kind is to perform miracles.
Okay, so now I guess we can head out to our quest here. We also have the fishing quest we could check out. So yeah, I see this stuff on the map. I could probably pin those. We'll do that after we do this part of the main story. We'll head to the south and work on some of those side objectives.
Hello, I'm Master Fisher Shields. Ah, ahoy there! Before you get to the adventure and the glory, you'll need to learn how to fill your belly with the bounty of the sea.
Alright, where do we get bait?
Some of the most readily available bait are woodlice, creepy crawly creatures that live in bushes. The rest you can get through various other means.
Is it just me, or are we not getting the bait that we need from these bushes? Maybe these are not the bushes that we're looking for. Okay, here's an actual bush. There we go. What is this glowing thing over here? Is this something we can herb? Floating spinefish. Okay. Okay, so originally we were looking for bushes. It's not going to be the briar. That's giving us firefly bait, thorny vines, but it's not giving us the wood louses we need. Let's check a little bit further up the hill here. Alright, so there we go. I think we need hemp for making cloth, right? And that's going to level up our harvesting. I remember having a hard time leveling up harvesting when we played upon release, so maybe I should try to focus on this. Gotta keep an eye open for these purple flowers. We do need turkeys. That's true. See, we need 30 harvesting for this already. It's a pretty high harvesting level for the beginning of the game here.
What'll I straw in larger fish? And believe you me, size matters. How goes your fishing? Let's get in on the action now. Fishing involves 3 basic steps.
Casting, hooking, and reeling
Casting,
in.
hooking, and reeling the sucker in. If you can catch 3 fish, take 'em and go show Ruby and Everfall what old Shields taught you.
Okay, so press. Is that tilde? What button is that keybound to? I remember having this problem before as well, where I could not even tell what button they've keybound this to. Yeah, and it's not giving me the prompt again. Okay, let's go into our keybinds. It should be something simple, but actions. Interact, secondary interact, give up. Fishing. Cast, hook. Yeah, I don't, You need a fishing pole equipped to fish. Okay. Equip bait. I don't have a... You see how I don't have a button for equip bait? What is my button there? The blank button of blankness? Where does bait go? Okay, yeah, some strange issues here. I'd love to be able to fish, I'm just not going to spend an incredible amount of time. Look, it's not keybound. Maybe changing a different key binding change this. What can I set for this that's not going to mess up something else? Whew. Nope. Yeah, everything is used. Everything is bound. Well, what do I want to put here? Let's do that for now, I guess. Okay. 1, 2. Saltwater or freshwater? Okay. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna need practice at that. So I have to click again to hook it, and then I have to reel it in. Okay, so we can hold it in to reel. We don't want it to get overstressed, I guess. Otherwise, maybe the line snaps or it gets away. Okay. That was cool. I like it. I like how we hold up the fish. That's really cool. Well, the sun is going down here. We're going to be night fishing soon. Cool. We will definitely do more fishing. I like it. It's fun. Now that we have everything keybound and figured out, we need to turn this in somewhere else back in town, I guess. Let's see. I want to head down here and take on the side quest before we actually... well, maybe we... Let's check out the main story. We're right here. And we'll see... Oh, we need to exit fishing. There we go. And we'll see what it changes into and where it leads us. Maybe it will lead us to the south.
The scene here is unthinkable. A month ago, the most flourishing fields in all Eternum. Now this. The Druids were such gentle people, and now they're these lost swarmancers, destroying the land. I hope so, because we need it. We must get the windmills going again, and then recover any sacks of grain that remain untainted. But the lost swarmancers and withered are everywhere.
We will take care of the gathering. We've got it.
You're a brave soul, my friend. I'd protest if the need weren't so dire. Look for any farmers who need rescuing and bring back any sacks of grain you find. And for your own sake, be careful.
Okay, so we're actually doing this right here. Let's go ahead and knock this one out. Apparently we're hiding vegetables in the well now. Alright, so we're also fixing the windmills, collecting sacks of grain, and collecting harvest vegetables. A couple of different things going on in this area. A better life. We headed north from the settlement looking to establish our homestead by some water. My family had always been farmers as well as fishermen, and we hoped to maintain that tradition. Wide open fields greeted us once we emerged from the rocky woodlands, and it didn't take long to find a perfect space to set the foundation for our life here in Eternum. Lisbeth is pleased with the spot and has already started planning where she'll put her spinning wheel. I'm sure this all doesn't work out. It obviously didn't work out for them. We had a giant horseshoe beetle there. I don't remember those enemy types. We also have some strawberries here that I think we're going to level up our harvesting on. That's really good. Let's check our upgrades here. We did get one for the Greatsword. We can now get Skyward Slash. Swing up in a brutal arc, staggering your target, dealing 80% weapon damage and applying 2 stacks of 5% Ren for 10 seconds. There we go. There's all 3 active abilities from the Onslaught tree. That's pretty darn cool looking. We basically have all the moves that you would want to have as a 2-handed sword wielder. So I'm pretty happy with it. Hidden treasures. Finished tilling up the new field for planting and spent most of the time clearing all kinds of rocks from the place. Looked like someone had just poured them out, right below the topsoil. A couple of the farmhands were slacking off and throwing the rocks around, and damned if one didn't break open and have some kind of crystals inside. Don't know what they are, but they're pretty. Might fetch a good price next time we go to the market. Or they could, like, turn you into Lost. I don't know. It could go either way.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Did no one else come through this with their souls
You're
intact?
alive. And a
It
person.
should have been me who fell lost. The others were newer to the island.
Oh jeez. She's just here? Like, to talk to? Yeah, they didn't have NPCs out in places like this before, so I like that, a little bit of flavor dialogue. It's too bad we can't help her out with anything. Obviously not a really safe place for her to hang out. So we're still looking for sacks of grain, which I haven't seen any. Let's head back in the other direction here. Yeah, really having fun on the Greatsword. All right, well, yeah, this one is a little bit weird. Maybe I'm just totally missing it. I mean, it says that it's sacks on the ground, sacks of grain. Where else would we find sacks of grain? Very, very weird. Usually stuff is pretty obvious, right? In this case, it really hasn't been. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, why that is. Sacks of grain. Visit golden fields to gather food and resupply Corinth. Yeah, it's... We should be seeing sacks of grain, I guess, like right here. Oh, here we go. If I just go to the actual objective on the map and stop trying to use my eyes, maybe that would help. Yeah, it's obviously very specific. Yeah, okay. I was just kind of trying to look around the area, but no, it has very, very specific places that it wants us to go, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Chance meeting an odd meeting with someone I nearly had forgotten about, the gentleman scholar I had met the previous year, Mr. Grenville. The man seems struck by the same wanderlust as I, though his seems more in the way of digging up stones and picking at bricks in old ruins. I offered him and his companion shelter for the night, but though his companion seemed to want to rest, he seemed eager to be on his way and kept speaking of a great discovery that was within his reach. His manner, while not hostile, and I'm certain he meant no rudeness or insult by it, was rather unsettling, and seemed to have an urgency about him, not one of fleeing something, but chasing something. In an attempt to calm him, I asked if he still played his piano, and he seemed confused for a moment, as if he had quite forgotten it existed. And then he shook his head, as if the memory was unwelcome, a distraction. I hope he finds what he seeks, though I fear that what he might stir up in the Brightwood if he does not take care to slow his pace. Renee Marie Cartier. Forsaken Boots of the Cleric. Definitely better than what we have. Letter of Greeting? Mesdames, messieurs, welcome. Though absent, I am your host. Help yourself to the garden. Any of the livestock, just kill them quick and swiftly so they don't remember it in the morning. If you have chanced upon a rare creature, I'd ask that you add a note to the log, for I have much curiosity regarding the creatures native to Aeternum. Also, as a courtesy to your hostess, you leave the trophies I have gathered here out of respect, for I went to considerable effort for each. Renee Marie Cartier. So even the animals respawn when they die, just like the people. Guess I didn't think about that. Stag of the Forest. Yet, as the bison seemed to thin in the passes and I became wary of the strange wolf tracks in the mountains, I find myself avoiding the mountain snows and instead favoring hunts deeper into the woods. It was on the hunt today that I first caught sight of the stag. Not a stag as familiar to us, but something that seemed grown from the forest and had taken the shape of a stag. I know not how to explain it. Around its horns grew moss, flowers, and its hide was the rich green grass of the forest floor. The sight struck me so I could not move, I could not breathe, until the creature seemed to spot me, then leapt away and vanished into the undergrowth. Now every silhouette in the forest stands out starkly to me. The animals of the isle are not governed by the seasons, but shaped from them, the earth, the vegetation, even the snow and ice. Alright, let's get back, and we should be able to turn this one in. Fill the cart with the grain and vegetables. We aggroed a bunch of people, potentially. We'll see if we can leash them. Probably should have just fought my way clear. That would have been smarter. Oh, he reset. I really like the NPCs move around from town out to the field, and it feels more like we're interacting with people in the world.
Well, it's not as much as I'd hoped, but it's certainly better than nothing. This grain will keep us fed for a few more days at least. With the windmills turning again, at least there's hope for the future.
That's good. Perfect. Alright, that one is completed.
Did you see anyone out there who hasn't become lost?
We did.
The druids, the farmers, surely someone remains. I know many fled, but it's strange that I've heard no first-hand accounts of how it happened.
We'll check the farm.
Your confidence seems matched by your skill, so I welcome the help. Indeed, if you rescue anyone you can find, we might be able to get some answers.
And we can search for more food as well.
Good thinking. This farm produced a bountiful crop of fruits and vegetables as well. The fields are cursed now, but there are crates of food that have already been harvested. Go on then, I'll wait here.
Alright, well, we're going back in to look for that lady. We saw her once. But I think for now I'm going to go ahead and recall to the inn, and I'm going to take a little bit of a break here, guys. When we come back, I'm really considering going down and doing some of the side quest stuff. This is level 8 still, so maybe once we move from a level 8 quest to a level 9 quest, maybe then we'll go do the secondary stuff. But I kind of keep hoping that eventually our main story will lead us down here. We can kind of knock everything out at once. But we will see how it goes. I am actually really enjoying myself in New World. We're obviously just getting into things, barely the tip of the iceberg on most of the systems and the gameplay. But I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Let me know what you do think. I would love to hear from you. And until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Eternum again sometime very soon. Bye for now.